tweakable options beyond your wildest dreams, menus that scroll down to the bottom of the ocean. What?
Deep dives.
What can we do in this world of option anxiety? It is real, it is interface. When you're wanting to get an amp, sometimes it all goes down to the simplest, most perfect thing. The Fender Princeton.
Throw all the other junk away.
Get a Fender Princeton.
Get rid of it. Fender Princeton, a handful of pedals maybe. Or if you're Baxter, no. but a handful of pedals.
I did play a pedal with
and it was great.
It was fun. But at the same point, I was like, this might be too much. So I'm doing like...
You got to just sparingly, you know?
Yeah.
But no, I thought it was pretty fantastic.
Yeah, so anyway, that's another story. It is tricky. We do live in this world of like, there's so many choices with amplifiers and what you can do if you're going to go tube, if you're going to go digital, if you're going to go modeler, if you're going to go whatever.
I mean, with everything. Pedals, modelers, pedals, amps, everything.
So it is funny. It's like, I love boutique amplifiers. I love T-Rocks, I love cars, I like Magnetones, like all this stuff. I like Victory, anything. But if you get like yourself a Princeton or a Deluxe Reverb, and you just plug in it, even without pedals, there's something to it.
Oh, yeah.
That's how I test every new guitar that comes in. I don't test it on like the nicest, craziest, most expensive piece of gear. I test it on a basic Fender amp.
A reissue Princeton most of the time.
Yes.
Or maybe a Deluxe, but usually
Deluxe.
a Princeton.
Or maybe the hand-wired Deluxe if I'm lucky enough.
If you're feeling crazy.
In channel 1. Channel 2 is a little bit bright for me. But no, it's just, this is an idea to allow you to play more.
Tweak less.
Roll and tweak less, right?
Don't scroll. Do not scroll. When I was used to do the old put paint on walls in houses.
Yes.
Or sometimes the outside of houses, or like
that was for fun, right?
Parking garages or whatever. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I mean, it was a great hobby. Long day of schlepping my guitar around, and I'll paint for a little while. It's a good hobby. No, but anyways, if the homeowner ever had more than 3 choices, screwed. The house wasn't getting painted, or you were doing something again. You can't let them have more than 3 choices.
I mean, that's kind of how we feel in the guitar. Like if you play every guitar in the shop, you will not be able to find a guitar you love. You need to like go in there as a guitar shopper and like pick a few and like, I'm gonna play these. This is what I'm narrowing it down between and see which one you love. If you play every guitar, it's sometimes overwhelming. That's another story.
It's almost like your brain says, nope, it's too much to compute. Like it's too many.
So why is the Princeton so good?
I mean, it's kind of just perfect. It's the right wattage. Mm-hmm. You can turn it up and get it gnarly, and it will. It'll get gnarly.
It gets gnarly is sin.
And it's awesome, It's got reverb. It's a pleasant. Some amps are amazing, but they don't sound great just with you sitting there with your guitar, and the Princeton does.
And I feel like the reverb, like Derek and I talk about this a lot, like that's sort of like a make or break deal for us in amplifiers a lot of the times. If it doesn't have reverb, it's like, it just doesn't work for us. With most of my amps, like I don't play pedals. You don't play pedals, and I find that the stuff I play at home that is inspiring has reverb because I don't want to drag out a pedal board or a pedal. But like live stuff, I don't care as much. But it's got that. It's got a tremolo, so if you want a little effects kind of warbly thing, you got that on the Princeton. Well, and within the Princeton too, like besides that, like the reverb in the Princeton is not. It's not completely what you think. It does. It's almost a space effect machine if you want it to be. It's got so many different levels, like it's a slight tail of it, or you can turn all the way up and you're living this weird. The Princeton reverb is very different than the Deluxe reverb. It is. And then the Princeton tone, the 65 in particular, is very glassy. Yeah. And it's really cool. It works really great with the Stratocaster or Telecaster, but then it's really different with a Les Paul or 335 too. Totally. And I tend to do it with a Strat, and I'm just like, ooh, heaven. I've played theater shows with Princeton. With just that. And 350 seat theater shows, and that's the amp. And it's not turned up all the way. Like I've also played it with the T-Rock 100 watt thing. It's definitely not turned up all the way. What do you mean? It's faced a little catty ways too. But no, there's a magical thing about a Princeton reverb. Yes. And if you haven't played one, we highly just request you expose yourself to one. You should. And I really like the 68 Custom too. Totally different. It's a little saggy, or not as, the glassy thing's not there as much. It's a little like squishier. It's more like it's more likable almost to the modern ear. I think in some ways, yeah. I still like the 65 better because I know what it's doing. It's got. So much of that I'm convinced is just the speaker choice in those amps. I know it's got the different circuit
negative feedback.
Well, yeah,
junk,
the
but
speaker choice too.
speaker
Like I've
choice is
seen a lot of
it.
Fender Princetons like with different speakers in it, and it changes everything. If you put a creamback or greenback, some totally different amp.
I know a lot of people are like, oh, put a 12 in your Princeton. I kind of dig the 10. I like 10-inch speakers.
There's something about the 12 is cool. It gives you a lot more bass or something, like but it takes away what the Princeton is. It's cool. It's different. It's like, and the creamback sounds great too, but it's not what the Princeton sounds like to what I want.
It's not. No, it is different. I would
Starts
agree with that.
living deluxe reverb world.
I do love that you said this kind of, that whatever, if you're playing a Princeton, especially a 65, whatever guitar you plug into it sounds like that guitar.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? Like it's like if a Strat, it does what it's supposed to do. A Les Paul kind of does what it's supposed to do. If you play a hollow body, it kind of does what it's supposed to do. It's just cool.
It's like maple in the wood world. It's like it just translates like what the player does.
Yeah.
It's not. It's a fun amp to play. It's not like some of these boutique amps that like it's like bam, here you are naked, enjoy. It has something. Now jump into the pedals in this world. You've already got great reverb in there. You've got a great trim. What do you put with it? If you put 2 more pedals, Johnny.
If it's me, barring a tuner, because if tuner
doesn't
is a good
count.
option,
Just
but barring a tuner, all I need, I'd probably put like a Protein, which is just like a little Blues Breaker and a little Nobles, all in one. So basically 2 overdrives, and then some sort of very simple, very subtle delay. Like I could do an Aquapus, I could do maybe like a Dispatch Master, I could do anything like that. It doesn't really even matter. Like an El Cap would be fine.
Right, and you don't even have to do a delay. And like the reverb's so good. Let's say like you don't want any of that slappy bump bump bump.
If you never want that, then
I would do like a KTR.
Cool.
Or just or just a little bit of like a Klon type thing, and then maybe a different fuzz or overdrive or something. I'd have 2
flavors.
Like drive type of things that were just a bit different.
That's what I'm saying. That Protein is like 2-in-1, so you get the same deal.
It's not fair.
But
Or you just get like the those pedals we talked about last week. The old vintage ones. Get one of those. Get a Zoom.
The Zoom 505. Everything you could ever want, right into your Princeton.
Right there. Boom.
Right there.
A friend of ours, Sean, was playing with a Helix through his like vintage Princeton. So I was, hey man, like it sounded good though.
Whatever makes you happy.
No, it's
I mean, yeah, because you could turn off all the amp stuff and just run all the effects, and you're good. You're solid.
No, it is an uncannily, amazingly easy amp to play with. It's got your basic EQ, your easy reverb, your easy trim if you want it, volume. It gets dirtier the louder you turn it up. It doesn't get that loud. Once you're at 5, you're pretty much at maximum volume, and then it just gets crunchy.
I think a lot of people, even who have played tube amps, never experienced them where they get to that point where it's like the magic happens, right? I was that way for a long time. I had a tube amp, but I didn't realize like, oh, no, I got to get the volume up. It's a good, easy way to experience that. You know what I mean? Because it's the right volume.
And it's different too, because like when you're looking at prices of, let's just say like the Fender amps in general, it'd be easy to sort of like discount I don't want the Princeton. The Deluxe has more options. The Deluxe is great. That's one of my bread and butters.
It's a different animal though.
But also, or like the Hot Rod Deluxe or the Blues Junior, you look at all those and like, well, this one's a little cheaper, but does such a different thing. And they're great amps. But we're just saying like, if you're wanting like a sort of a vintage sounding amp, without going vintage world, you can get the reissue. Sounds great. Get a couple pedals. You're pretty good to go and just play.
And then you don't have to worry about anything else. You know what I mean? Then all your anxiety can come from which pedals to use that day. No, champ. But no, but like we said, limit it to it is.
The anxiety issue's a thing.
Limit it to get your couple pedals in your Princeton, set them up in your room, and just do that for a month. You'd be amazed how much more you play probably and how much you probably get better.
No, because we've all been guilty of this. We all get guilty of just like, the searching for the new toy.
Yeah.
And then when you get the new toy, searching for the good sounds within the toy. And that becomes almost more of what you're spending time than playing your guitar.
And as soon as you get that toy or it's in the mail, you're thinking about, what do I need to go with it? Oh my God, if I just had this to go.
I mean, had an Epiphone with a pickup in it.
And then you realize you hadn't practiced in months. You haven't actually played guitar.
That's how I feel half the time. Like I played guitar for a few hours this morning, but it was just teaching basic simple things to some high school kids.
Not quite the same.
So I will not play guitar today though.
Not quite the same.
It won't be a day of that.
Today will not be.
No, so hopefully that helps send you in a path and to have a little fun with it too. Even if you just go to Guitar Center or your local guitar shop and want to have fun with it, just do it. It's so much fun.
True. It is fun.
It's the best. Like you'll have a great time. And you'll be shocked and ask to use a couple pedals if you want to, like if it's not, because it won't get you there in that saturated way until you put some pedals in there.
True.
Unless you dime it, and then they'll ask you to shut up.
That's all those things are true.
It will happen.
They're all true.
Turn that down. It's only this amount of watts. Turn it down. That's all I got. I think that's it. It's pretty straightforward. Click like, subscribe.
Hit the bell.
Have fun. Go play at Princeton. Let me know what pedals you put with your Princeton, please.
The harmonic percolator.
Peace be with you. Percolate this.